Alright, so I want to talk about the first homeowners grant in this video because there is an uptick in first homeowner approvals. I'm also seeing it with my client base as well. So I thought I'd take the time to explain it because A, it's bloody complicated, so there should be some value for you guys in this. So look, just to start off with the grant, there's two parts to it. There is the concession, which is the saving in stamp duty, and there's also the $10,000 grant itself. So slightly different in every state, but they're actually sort of pretty similar now. But if I look at New South Wales, the government has changed it last year to have the concession, the saving in stamp duty, for people who are buying existing properties and also new properties. In any event though, if you're buying a house and land package, you can get the grant and the concession up to a purchase price of $750. However, the max purchase price that you can do for the land, which is where they base stamp duty off, is at $350. For a new property, so an apartment that's completed, or you're buying an off the plan apartment, the max you can get is $600,000. For an established property, so you're not going to get the grant, you're just going to get the saving stamp duty. The purchase price needs to be between $500,000 to $800,000 to get the concession. Anything below $500,000, if you can find it, you won't get it. Anything you will get the full concession. Sorry, anything above $800,000, you don't get any benefit. Most of the clients that I see though buy a house and land package. And also, you know, the reality is, particularly people in Sydney, it's bloody hard to save up for a 20% deposit and avoid lender's mortgage insurance. So a lot of the loans that I'm in, why I wanted to shoot this video, because it's pretty complicated. So let me walk you through how a house and land works. So when you look at a purchase price for a house and land, there's the land and there's the build. This is the numbers from an actual client that I had a few months ago. Land purchase price is $294. Because it's under $350, you get no stamp duty that you have to pay. And then the build price is $290, so it's $584, and it's below $750. So we're sweet, we get the full concession. In this client's case, they're going for a 95% home loan. So if we look at it just as a raw cost, what happens is the combined purchase price is $584. There's costs to consider. So we got to pay a conveyance of probably $2,500. Bank fees are probably $500. Lender's mortgage insurance for a bank is about $17,500. So although it's going to be $584, really in this case, they need $604,472. Now it's a 95% home loan, so it means the bank is going to be able to provide a facility of $554,752. They also get the $10,000 grant. So the total cost to buy this property would just be $50,000, $49,720. However, where it gets complicated is how they break this up. When a bank does a construction loan or a house land package, there's two parts to it. There's settlement of land, and then there's the build price, the construction. So what the bank do is they provide a certain amount of money to settle the land first, and then for the build price, what happens is usually there's 6 progress payments, and they'll increase the loan with every repayment. So whilst the facility there is $554, you won't start making repayments on the entire limit until the property's been completed. So let's go back to settlement of land. What happens from the bank's point of view is, all right, well look, we've got to settle this land first, but at this stage, we don't know 100% if the builder's going to be able to complete it. Maybe they might go bankrupt. Maybe there might be all these weather issues and you don't get out of the ground for a number of years. So because of that, what the bank wants to do is be as conservative as possible for land settlement. Most banks will only provide a 90% LVR on land settlement. So in this case, what happens is that they'll take the full LMI fees on the entire facility, and then they'll only contribute their 90%. In this case, $264,600. So already, the amount that you're meant to pay total is $49,720, but you've already paid $49,872 to settle on the land. But then also what happens is when you're talking to these developers, these builders, you'll probably have to provide some sort of a fee or a deposit for the builder to get council approval to start on the build. So quite often what happens is that the builder will say, all right, well, I'm going to break up the build price, the $290 build price, into 6 different stages. But so before I can commit to you and to do the approval to council, you need to pay your deposit of 5%, which would be 14.5 grand. So in that case, what actually happens is, although you only need 49,720, you've already paid 49,872 to settle land and the 14.5 grand. So you've already paid 64,372. Where that complication comes into effect is that the Office of State Revenue will only provide the first homeowners grant at slab stage, not at deposit or at settlement of land. So the bank holds back on doing that. So does the Office of State Revenue. They do it for the same reason. They don't know what's going on. They want to make sure the bill's going to go ahead before they commit to it. So the second stage, that 15% slab stage, which is where they pour down the concrete, of 43,500 is messy. What the bank will do is they'll go and get their $10,000 from the Office of State Revenue for the first homeowners grant, and then they'll understand from receipts from you that you've already paid 14,500 and you've already paid 49,872, but you really only should have had to pay 49,720. So at that stage, what the bank will do is figure out their cost to settle on the land, to settle on the build, and they'll refund you that difference, so you only end up paying what you should have paid. However, you actually needed to have more money, about 65 grand in this scenario, to be able to actually facilitate all this. So as you can see, first homeowners grant for a house land, it's pretty bloody complicated, and it's a shame because for first home buyers, it's a lot to take in. So hopefully you've had some value in that. If you have any questions, leave a comment below or visit our website at Multipart Finance. I look forward to hearing from you soon.